The Virgin Mary in the Kingdom. Day 15. The Virgin Mary's life in the temple. The soul to the Queen of Heaven. Holy Queen Mother, here I am at your side as your child to follow your steps as you enter the temple. Oh, how I wish you would take my little soul and enclose it in the living temple of the will of God, isolating me from everyone except my beloved Jesus and your sweet company.
Lesson of the Queen of Heaven. My dearest child, how sweet are your whisperings to my ears, as you tell me that you wish to be enclosed in the living temple of the divine will, and that you desire no other company than that of your Jesus and mine. Oh, dear child, you make the joys of a true mother arise within my maternal heart. If you allow me the freedom to act in you, I am certain that you, my child, will be happy, and my joys will be yours. To have a child who is happy is the greatest happiness and glory of a mother's heart. Now, listen closely to what your tender mother wishes to tell you, my child. I arrived at the temple only to do the divine will. My holy parents brought me to the superiors of the temple, consecrating me to the Lord, and as they did so, I was dressed up in a festive manner, while hymns and prophecies were sung of the future Messiah. And oh, how my heart rejoiced! Afterwards, with courage, I said goodbye to my dear and holy parents. I kissed their right hands and thanked them for their care for me in my childhood, and for having consecrated me to the Lord with so much love and sacrifice. My peaceful presence, without crying and with courage, infused in them so much courage, that they had the strength to say goodbye to me and depart. The divine will ruled over me and extended its kingdom in all of my acts. Oh, the power of the fiat that alone granted me the heroism to separate myself from those who loved me so much, when I, yet so little, saw their hearts break upon leaving me. Now, my child, listen closely to what your tender mother wishes to tell you. I enclosed myself in the temple, for this is what the Lord desired of me. He wanted me to extend the kingdom of the divine will in the acts I was asked to accomplish there. Indeed, with my little acts, I was to prepare for all souls consecrated to the Lord, the earth of the divine will, and the heavens, which were to be formed over this earth. I was most attentive in all the duties that one did in those days in this holy place. I was peaceful with everyone, and I never caused any bitterness or bother to anyone. I submitted myself to the most humble tasks. I did not encounter any difficulties in what I did, neither in sweeping nor in doing the dishes. Any sacrifice was for me an honor, a triumph. And do you want to know why? I was so attentive to the will of God that I paid attention to nothing else. The will of God was everything to me. Therefore, the little bell that called me was the fiat. I heard the mysterious sound of the divine will, which called me in the sound of the little bell, and my heart rejoiced and ran to go wherever the fiat called me. My rule was the divine will, and I saw my superiors as the ones in command of so holy a will. So, the little bell, the rule, the superiors, and my actions, even the most menial ones, actualized in me the joys and enthrallments the divine fiat had prepared for me. The divine fiat called me to extend its will also outside of me in order to establish its kingdom in my tiniest acts. And I acted like the sea, that conceals everything it possesses and reveals to the eye only water. I hid everything in the immense sea of the divine fiat. I could see nothing but seas of the divine will, such that all things brought me joys and enthrallments. Oh, my child, you and all souls swam within my acts. I did not carry out any of my acts without having my child present. It was precisely for my children that I prepared the kingdom of the divine will. If all souls consecrated to the Lord in holy places would allow everything to be absorbed in the divine will, oh how happy they would be. They would convert their communities into many heavenly families and fill the earth with many holy souls. But, alas, with motherly sorrow I must say to them, I see so much bitterness, disturbance, and discord. In reality, sanctity does not lay in the office one possesses, but in doing the divine will in whatever office with which one is entrusted. The divine will is the peacemaker of souls and the strength and support in the greatest sacrifices.
The soul. O Holy Mother, how beautiful are your lessons, that sweetly descend into my heart. I ask you to extend within me the sea of the divine fiat, and to place it around me so that your child may neither see nor know anything other than the divine will. May I always journey through it to know its secrets, its joys, and its bliss.
Aspiration. Today, to honor me, accomplish 12 acts of love for me in honor of the 12 years I spent in the temple, asking me to admit you to union with my acts.
Exclamation. Holy Queen Mother, enclose me in the sacred temple of the will of God.